It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins' speedy running back. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Lions on Sunday
Welcome in,
night.
everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. It's week 2 of this NFL season. A couple of teams feeling good, Greg. Victory in the season opener, and that gives you just great momentum off the schneid to start the season. Now, what's ahead for these guys?
Going into week 1 was always kind of an interesting deal, Mike, and I always felt as a player, you prepare months for week 1, and then you prepare 7 days for week 2. It's kind of a very interesting thing, and here you have both teams, 1-0, gotten off to a great start. Now you only got a week to turn the page, and you want to get into a normal rhythm week to week of what is a long NFL season. The better you start, the better it makes the end of the year, and you find yourself in that playoff hunt. You want to get these early September games.
So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time, they are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Receiver in motion, going right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run. It's the rookie from Alabama. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. All run play. This is Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. pick up the first down.
Here's Hill. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the ground, they'll go with Hill. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
When you go out and invest in a young guy like this to be part of your backfield's future, you got to find ways to get him involved early, and I think here's a case of doing just that.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Miami. That is first touchdown of the new year.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely
I don't know what happened there. Hit the
moment.
button, then I had to hit it
Just
again, and then all of a
timed the
sudden
game,
it did
but
that.
then the
I don't know,
kickoff
it was like a
out of
little
bounds,
stutter or
and
something. I
the
don't know
ball
what
comes
happened.
out to the 40-yard line. Couple of first downs to start this drive. They're 1st and 10, up at the 42. One of the tight ends in motion right. On play action, he'll set up to... Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck with his pass rush.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. 2 different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this one.
This fielded inside the 35. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
They'll run here with Hill. He'll take this forward maybe 2-3 yards, but doesn't matter. We have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Second down.
Back to throw. Catch made right side by Thomas.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And a good short. Right there, it stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's a first carry for their running back, and that'll be a pickup of 3. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. Good work after the catch. They get 16 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system. And all these early sacks, yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
3rd and long. He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's the punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to South Florida after this. Here's 2nd and 6. A handoff here, up the middle. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, That's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. You have a tight end motioning left here. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll look to throw. Off he goes, and he's in! Touchdown, Dolphins! He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here... decision, realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get back at it. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. He gets that into the hands of Wilcox. Here's a 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Quick throw here is complete. And he is very close to the 1st down, but an eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this 2nd quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this one go deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He will find Thomas. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
The Lions offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Taking off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Give on the ground, and a good run there. Finds the lane, gets forward, got 8 yards, and sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2. Open man left side, he's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, 2nd down. And goal. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And the drive stalls out as he's brought down. And the field goal unit likely to come on here on 4th and goal. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Lions get their 1st points of the game. They trail 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This is what you
I hit the
don't
button
wanna
multiple
see
times
out
to
of your
throw the
quarterback.
screen, but
As
he just
that
stood there.
pocket starts
I don't
to
know what happened there.
collapse. The good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
They don't want a repeat of first down, so they'll keep it on the ground now. The Lions call their first timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing now on 3rd and long. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down. Here's their punter now, as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Lions offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Throwing now from the gun. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, we're at halftime here on Sunday Night Football. As we head north to Orlando, we're going to join the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports halftime report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. Brock Purdy, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And it was the visiting Chicago Bears who come away with the victory. The Bears off to an ideal start as they move to 2-0 with the road victory. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, this will be one to tune in for as they've got a good one lined up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. His throw left side is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. Up the middle they go. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. The extra point is good. And the Dolphins move out to a 21-3 advantage. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Lions offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
It is a big play there for the Lions. It's a gain of 34. to the air now on 1st and 10. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. Off the play, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense. See what they can do. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Motion man set right. He'll drop to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Here's the Lions punt team now. He'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Dolphins offense and their running back set to go once more. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point in the 3rd quarter. They might be looking to grind out some 1st downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Second down and 8. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get close to the marker. A nice run, probably a yard short of that first down. 3rd and a yard. And he'll convert, picking up the first down at the 46-yard line.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
Right back to him on first down. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. Now a give up the middle, and they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll stick with him again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Back to the air one more time. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Quick throw, taken in, and a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Sending a receiver right. Now or never, they'll throw. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by the Dolphins.
Not that it's much of a consolation, but either way, Mike, that's going to result in a turnover. Going forward on fourth down, he's clearly stopped short of the sticks. In this case, might be trying to make something out of nothing there to keep that play alive. But great job here by the defense coming away with the stop. And now we'll see if the offense can come on the field to take advantage of it.
The Dolphins offense ready to take over once more. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this fourth quarter. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run here with Hill. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. And that is incomplete.
I think this defense is
no
wondering
interference
where
there,
some of
like
these
none.
missed throws
No interference.
were
They're
earlier
sitting
in the game. I mean, for a while.
This is not interference. Like, this is, watch number 3. This is an interference. 5 yards is to about maybe what, the 43, 42. Hit in the way. Hit.
Everything the
I guess you could say he was looking at the
after
ball.
that last incomplete
but,
pass, although this game's
come
all
on,
but
man.
over.
They're constantly doing
This
that to me.
defense will certainly take it.
And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here. Backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He runs with it. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
The offense not coming off the field. And here's 4th down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got it at about the 8. And he's in. Touchdown, Detroit.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
They'll drop to throw. Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line.
So they do offensive pass interference and I get a fucking goddamn penalty? How? Hold on, what the fuck happened? Where's 21 at? He's usually here. How the fuck did he get a penalty? You know, they sit there and they fucking hit my corner so I can't cover the fucking receiver. Look at that. Look at this. He hits my corner. There we go. I get the penalty there? What the fuck? You know, I've had a great defensive performance. They're just they're handing them 2 scores in the end of the game. They're handing it to them. It's tainting my fucking the performance on my defense. They're killing it.
Timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Tight end going in motion here. That's taken in. And this is not going to do it. The defense comes through here in the final minute. And it may just be enough to get them a victory. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Down to a knee, 1 more time. And that should just about do it. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. A fair catch will be taken here with that flag down by the punter, and this might keep the drive alive. First and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.